a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. Ready to get us started, Sam Ficken has it teed up. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Dugan. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. The 40. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
First down and much more for Henry. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Here's Tannehill. He's got the tight end Firkser right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On second down, here's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down now, it's Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Ficken's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Returning it, Justice Hill. And able to get this out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They start the drive with Evans. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Dugan. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep
under pressure again, and down he goes again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
"13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. A first down carry for Henry. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Finding room inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Derrick Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. A give to Henry. Able to power through. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the handoff, Evans. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dugan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Dugan. That's caught by Ware. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll try again down here with Foster. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have one.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones, 71 yards. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. The return man is Hill. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dugan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Dugan. Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets...
And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the night. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. Returning it, Hill. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got it. This is Ware. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dugan. On the screen, this is Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Wiggles free, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 114 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's got room. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. That second down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
They'll run on first down. Henry. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill flush to his right, complete to Jones. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We got 3. We got 3. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Fighting him off. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. Boy, 199 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Tannehill. Yeah, he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Dugan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Oh, he fakes a spike. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Julio Jones, 30 yards. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, no.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Check, 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 check.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.